Hey friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel. I have a new traveler's notebook layout to share with you today. It is the next page that is going in my October daily. It is another foundation page in a way. It was created with my Cricut, and as you can see, it has a bunch of holes in it. That is going to be a calendar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace those circles first of all with pencil, because when I cut this image with the Cricut, it was a print and cut image. I didn't realize that the numbers on the calendar, this is going to be a calendar by the way, were going to be cut out. I thought it was just one whole image. So to get around that, I am going to stamp all of the dates in the circles that I just traced beforehand. So I'm using Close to My Heart espresso ink. It's the darkest brown ink I have in my stash. I thought that it would coordinate really well with this yellow pattern paper that I'm using, which I don't know where it came from. I don't even want to venture a guess because I'm not 100% sure. I skipped most of the stamping because it's repetitive and you don't really need to see all of it. I do include all the coloring in just a few minutes in this video as well, because there's going to be coloring, spoiler alert. So I'm finishing up the stamping. I went through 1 through 31 using that espresso ink. These are the Spectrum Noir markers that I'm going to be using to color in my, a calendar. I'm just trying to figure out which color I want to start with first. I'm going to go with the dark red blend. These are the tri-blend markers, so there's 3 different colors in each pen, and they are all, it's like an ombre, they're concentric colors, so you've got light, medium, and dark red. So I'm starting off with the darkest of the red in the dark red pen, and I'm going to color in the word hello, and then I'm going to go and color in the word autumn with the 2 other colors in this pen, so the medium tone and the light tone. I thought that I would do a bit of an ombre color effect in the word autumn just for something fun. I started off by coloring the letter A in with the lightest color first, and then I went back over the top half of the letter with the mid-tone. There's no right or wrong way to coloring, and I'm by no means an expert when it comes to shading and creating an ombre effect. I just wanted to do something fun. With the rest of the letters, I just continued on with the mid-tone, colored half or 3/4 of each letter, and then went back over the bottom portion with the lightest tone. So I'm just going to finish that up, and then I will move on to the rest of the image. Now, I changed this image as well when I was working in Cricut. It began its life as a basic cut image. I didn't want it to cut from different paper, and then I didn't want to glue it on top of another piece of paper. So I changed the file to a draw file so that the entire image would be drawn rather than cut. The reason I did that is because the border at the bottom with the circles in it, I knew was going to be a royal pain to try and cut and then glue back in place. That is why I changed it to the draw function. That is an option for all of the images in Cricut. So if you have an image that is too delicate or something that's too small and finicky and you don't want to deal with it, and all these little bits of paper that you could potentially lose, change it to a draw image. So as you saw, I was coloring in the leaves as well on this image. I did the same thing, used all 3 of the colors in the citrus green tri-blend marker, starting with the darkest, and then I moved my way to the lightest. I also pulled out the earth brown Spectrum Noir marker as well, just to color in the branch. And then I'm going to use a blue pen marker to fill in all of those dots. It doesn't really show up on the screen, but as you can see, it is definitely blue. I'm not really sure if you can see it in the close-ups either at the end of the video, but it is there. Now that I have all my coloring done, I'm going to adhere the cardstock to the pattern paper. I'm going to use a combination of ATG adhesive and liquid glue as well, because there is that large panel at the bottom that doesn't have circles on it. I thought the ATG would work really well there, and then for the rest of the cut file I used liquid glue. The liquid glue ensures that it is a permanent hold, and also it's easier to get into those little spaces between each of the circles to be sure that the entire cut file is attached to its base, not just a portion of it. With that done, I thought that I would add a little bit of sparkle to the word autumn as well. So I pulled out my clear Close to My Heart shimmer brush and added some sparkle to that word. At the end of the word, especially on the letter N, too much glitter came out. So there is some splotches, but it is what it is. I tried cleaning it up with paper towel and it didn't quite work. Oh well, no big deal. Here are the close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I hope my layout inspired you. If you'd like to see more videos like this, maybe consider sticking around. See you again soon. Bye, guys.